Yes, guys, this is the instant reaction as Newcastle lose down at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea on penalties. Kieran Trippier, my word, is not having a great time of it at the moment. After, winning for 93 minutes and thinking I would sit down here and tell you guys how despite having a tough week, getting knocked out of Europe, no Champions League, no Europa League, that we will be in touching distance of heading back to Wembley. That is not the case. Mudryk puts the ball in the back of the net in stoppage time, and Chelsea score all their penalties and we don't. And Trippier's made the error at the end. He's missed a pen, and I'm not going to jump all over Trippier, but that is really, really tough. Big up to all the Newcastle fans who I could hear singing throughout the entire game. I've not been very well. I was meant to be at the pub tonight. Instead of lay on that settee right next to me watching this game. Threw my hands for the majority of it in that second half, but hoping that a win would cheer me up, and it really hasn't. Let me know your thoughts on that game down below. I think what was so well defended for that second half. It's flashbacks of the PSG game. One goal wasn't enough, and but in that game though we were screwed. Whereas this time round it was, you could say it was our own making through an error in Trippier. I thought Chelsea were lucky in the first half that they didn't have men sent off. There was a lot to it in that game, but ultimately we were in touching distance. On a different day, Trippier kicks the ball behind for a corner or heads it behind him, and it's done, and we've won, and it's all singing and dancing, and I just feel like it's just literally gone from here up here to just down there within seconds. Look, the team sheets come out and we've gone strong. We haven't got a great bench, but we've known that for weeks. Caicedo should have been sent off in the first 3 minutes. It's tackle on Gordon that leaves. I'm just watching it over in the background over the camera's shoulder there as the Toon fans continue to applaud the team, as we will after every game. How they've not had a man sent off after 3 minutes, I'll never know. I'm, as I say, lying down there, fighting with, what felt like death earlier on today. I've warmed up a little bit since then. I'm thinking VAR will get it. VAR will send him off. No VAR. Honestly, that bloody thing. It's either it's always one way or the other, isn't it? He doesn't go off, but we stick in. I thought in that. Chelsea are obviously a good side. They've got good players. I thought Gallagher looked really good. There's a reason we were linked with him. I'm surprised he's being linked away from Chelsea so heavily, because I think he's a good player. But we stuck in, and I'm turning that off in the background. I'm not watching them celebrate anymore. We stuck in. We stuck with it. We didn't let them play, and when we got our chance, we took it. Callum Wilson chasing down Silva. There's a hash at the back, and partly that shows a little bit why Chelsea's stats are so good, but yet they never normally take too many points or wins from a game, because they make errors like that at the back. And when we've scored the goal, and at that point, yes, we sat in a little bit. You've got to sit in. You've got to absorb the pressure that little bit more. But generally throughout the first half, yes, they had more of the ball, but we were still pinching at them, trying to get it back, trying to do this. Colwill for them should have got sent off at the end of the first half. Well, a dodgy tackle at the end of the first half could well have been a different colour, but we've taken it to half-time, 1-0 up away from home with a great Wilson finish. I think in the second half, let's go in there and just try and... Let's not just sit. Let's try and go out there. The thing is, Gordon's limping around. We didn't have the energy in us to chase them down. So what do? You try and shore things up at the back. and he brings on Trippier and he brings on Dan Burn, and you think if there's two players out there who have level heads and can help us hang in there until the very end of the game, it's them two. And by all means, they did that. We were, really playing with fire in that second half. They had a lot of ball, they had a lot of chances, Dubravka had to make saves, but I wouldn't say there was anything that was clear-cut that you would turn around and go, yeah, Chelsea should have scored that, Chelsea should have been, 1-1 a lot earlier in the game. I thought we did well, we defended cleverly. They rolled over us, let's be honest, but I thought we did well. And it's shades of the Everton game again, where really Everton were on us in the game we played against them not long ago away from home. They were on us, but they never had anything clear cut until we let them. Till we had Trippier had an error at the back, and they've put the ball in the back of the net, and it was the same thing again today. And you're just watching it, and I'm just in disbelief. After fighting so hard in that game and working so hard to take that 1-0 win, that it's an error like that puts us out, and it really does just flatten us at the moment. Because as I say, as much as Europe and Europa was tough to take, we were literally a minute away from a potential semi-final with the likes of a Middlesbrough or a Fulham, after beating Man City, Manchester United and getting Chelsea. We've had a really tough run, and we've been so good in the games up to this point. And even tonight, I thought we really held our own. And because of that error, it comes across the box. Trippier hasn't got sight of behind him. When in doubt, kick it out. When in doubt, head it out. I think it's caught him off the bounce with the skid of the wet grass, and it just hit him in the face. It just hit him. And Mudryk's ran in and towed it in the corner, and God bless him, Trippier's gone, well, you know what, I'm going to make up for this. Let me onto the pen spot. And he doesn't put it in the back of the net. Wilson scores his, Bruno scores his, Chelsea score all of theirs. Obviously Trippier missed his. And then Matt Ritchie, the man who come on, who in fairness, I thought, one of Ritchie's strengths is actually set pieces, and that Ritchie probably would have put it in the back of the net, but he didn't. And there you go, my words, after blood, sweat and tears for a lot of that game, Chelsea take it home, and now we move on to Luton away this weekend in the Premier League. If there's a team, I'm not going to say it, but Luton, the promoted side, let's hope we can take it from them. And then it's Premier League, and it's FA Cup. Sunderland FA Cup first weekend of January. I've got my ticket. I'm going. Let's see if we can get an FA Cup run. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know your thoughts on the Trippier error at the end. I really don't want to throw it all on Trippier, but it's just really, and he will know it himself. God, he doesn't need some bloke on the internet telling him. But there you go. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you later.